additional request that we had from paddlers was the interchangeability between either a backrest or a backband. Our models come stock with one or the other. Models like the Tsunami have this capability where you can, it's much easier to change out from one or the other. You're probably going to need some needle nose pliers, which most people have. But to do this, you would unclip these two bungees, like so. There's a piece of 3/4 inch webbing. Okay, you're not going to need that. This would be a little bit more challenging in the boat, but we've added a window back here, so you're able to get a tool in, and you're going to have to find out what's easiest for you. And the reason you push on that is there's a spring and a plunger, so hold on to those. You don't want to lose them in case you ever want to switch back. So set those aside someplace safe. Okay, and then we've got two 1-inch ladder locks. And we have to sew this little tab here on the end, otherwise it could slip through when it's wet. So essentially this is like the brake, so this is a little intentionally hard to get out. So you're gonna have to fish this through. Just have some patience and work with it. You might be able to do it with your hands, you might need a tool. There we go. Okay, so that's what you were trying to cram. It's a double it over piece of webbing. Okay, so that one's out, piece of cake. It's routed underneath here, so remember this part when you go back. If you decide to switch back for some reason, there's a little void underneath that. Okay, so halfway there. Let's see if this one's a little more agreeable. Piece of cake. Okay, same thing on the other side here. Fish that out. Okay, so this is free. So put that someplace safe with your plunger and spring. Okay, now that the backrest is free, we have the newly designed Face of Your Pro backband. We've redesigned this back plastic piece here. Really resilient, flexible piece. It's been great for us. And we just made a few minor refinements. We've perforated the foam. We have a contoured foam shape. It's great flex, so it'll move and hold your back nicely. We've offset the mounting points. So if you've ever had to remount one of these in the past, it was a little bit of a challenge to fish the webbing through and get it up and around. Now we have a much larger gap, so this is a cinch. So first we would start with removing these. Your kit would have the screw, washer, and nut, and there will be two tabs. It'll be pretty obvious on the tail end of your boat where these go, so you would mount them as such. So the floppy tab end, it's sewn, that would be facing the paddler, so towards the bow. So you have those mounted, they're hanging out. Okay, so we can move on to this. This would be your fore-aft strap. This is already in the boat. This was already used with your backrest. This is attached to the boat. Where you could go wrong is if this is twisted inside of the boat, so just go ahead and you can either look or just grab it and make sure it moves freely in there. All right, now I just follow the strap, make sure I don't twist it. Fish it through this side. I have to curl it. There it goes. So through that end, same thing, opposite side. Okay, I'm not twisted, looks good. It helps if you hold it in there like you're going to be in a paddling position. So that's in there. Now, this is where some people get tripped up. There's two slots. You've got the big slot next to the webbing, and then the little slot next to the cord. You're going to start with going through your big slot next to the webbing. Okay, so you see that? And then go through the one next to the cord. And you might be able to get it with your hands. If it's giving you fits, grab some pliers, or you can always reach your finger through and really yar on it and get it. So working our way to the opposite side, still making sure our webbing didn't get twisted when we were doing the left side. Right, you're going to fish the webbing through the larger of the two gaps. So the gap next to the webbing, that's already attached to the back band. There it goes. And then you're going to fish it through the skinnier of the sides. This would be the side closest to the cord. And sometimes this is hard because everything we have is double bar tacked. Some competitors only single bar tacked. This costs a little bit more money, but it just gives us that durability and assurance that we require. So good pull. Okay, so that takes care of the 4 1/2. That's what it should look like, correctly assembled. So the loops are headed back towards the straps there. All right, so now we're going to do the 3/4 inch strap. Make sure it didn't get twisted. And you'll know it's not twisted. You can feel it like that. And also, if I was to take this strap and hold it like this, so you'd probably have to hold it like that when it was in the boat. The buckle end is towards the stern, which is the back of the boat. Okay, so now I have this big loose end here. What I'm going to do is run that through the D-ring. Okay, same thing just like these. First the webbing goes through the big slot next to the other piece of webbing. Alright, so that, and then back through. And I would start tight like that, and this is something that you're going to have to fine tune a little bit once you get in your boat. Okay, so final step to get this back band ready to go, other than adjusting it for your fit, is we still have these attached to the boat. This was something you installed about a minute earlier, and you're just going to click these guys in. Okay, like so. And that's what holds the backrest. You can adjust the height in concert with this one, and you can get your angle also by pulling these. Okay. And that is quick and easy installation from a backrest to a backband. It might take you 5-10 minutes your first go around. After you've done it 1 or 2 times, it's probably about a 3-minute change, so definitely an improvement over previous models.